Hey, what's up? I'm Dan Hamilton. I work with Burton Snowboards. We're up here at Boreal Resort doing a product test today of the new 2011 gear. Alright, so basically what we're doing this year with our rockers is we have two different types. We got our V rocker and our Flying V. V rocker is similar to what we had during the 2010 season. Flying V was also introduced in the Easy Livin' last year. It's also featured in the limited release of just the Flying V solo board. The differences between the rockers basically as follows. In your V rocker, you're just going to have a rocker coming from tip to tail that goes all the way in between the feet. It's going to be your standard rocker. It's not going to have a zero camber. It's going to have that negative camber that's going to come all the way in between. It's definitely nice for those people that want to ride that center stance in the powder, that jibby feel, especially lifting those contact points off the snow. Another version of Flying V, similar to the V rocker. The rocker is going to be tip and tail and in between your feet. If the major difference is you're going to have camber underneath both feet. Basically what it does is going to add that little bit more pop. It's almost like that cushion, that spring feel that you feel when you're riding that camber board. You can almost load this up underneath your feet, yet you still have the fun flexibility of riding the rocker board, those contact points lifted off the snow. Kind of see down the line maybe. It's basically one major feature that we have is with all our rocker boards. So it's called frostbite edges. 2010 we call them the pressure distribution edges. Basically what it is there's going to be this little bit of edge bubble that's going to come out about 2 millimeters. To kind of regain that effective edge that you lose riding the rocker with these contact points lifted off. Really slight, very hard to tell, but it really helps with that grip, especially when riding those rocker boards. It's featured definitely on all our rockers, our Flying Vs, and a few of our camber boards, especially the new process that came out for 2011.
Andy Spots here with porterstahoe.com. We're up at Boreal today testing the Burton 2011 boards. What I got here is the T7. It is replacing the T6. The only difference between this and last year's board is they put like the dampening under the top sheet instead of on top of it. But it's still basically the same shape, directional shape, got a little taper from the nose to tail. Board's really stiff. It's super snappy, like out of the turn, and I would say, yeah, real good for ripping groomers, free riding, and like riding like tranny, like half pipe, quarter pipes, and stuff like that. This board's gonna be good for your expert, advanced rider. It's pretty solid all around.
My name's Mark, and I was just riding a 2011 Burton Process 155. It has camber. They make a version that's reverse camber as well. I like, personally, I like to ride the entire mountain, but in the springtime, hit the park on the sunny, slushy days. This board was great all around the mountain. Has a nice, even flex, directional flex, but a twin shape. So, you can really get some good pop off the ollies and still rides really well throughout the park and also around the whole mountain. Super lively board, a lot of fun to ride.
My name is JP Lagos with porterstahoe.com. Today I rode the Burton Process V rocker. It's rockered from tip to tail. It has carbon fiber inserts in the tip and tail that kind of X up, gives you a little bit snappier of a feel. It also has the frostbite edges, which gives you extra grip with the softer, reverse camber board. This board's a little bit stiffer than the Hero, definitely softer than the Custom. And I was out riding it on some pretty firm snow, and it was able to grip and turn, as well as ollie and land efficiently. It's the Burton Process V rocker.
Andy Spots here with porterstahoe.com. What I got here is the Sherlock 163, and this board's new for next year. It's a Flying V construction, and this thing's made to be kind of more like a twin tip type powder board, but unfortunately we don't have powder today, so I just rode it kind of in the park, but I think it really bridges the gap between like what a powder board should be to being able to ride in a park. It's super fun, playful, buttery, and still has pretty good snap with that Flying V shape because you get a little bit of camber like under your binding. So yeah, I think the board could really be ridden anywhere pretty much by any type of rider.
All right, my name's Mark. Just got off of the 20 2011 155 whammy bar. Sick park board. It's got some rail-ready edges, which means it's already detuned for your jibbing pleasures. It's got the V-rocker. It's got the mid-scoop, so it's slightly concave, which really helps slide those boxes. Combined with the rail-ready edges, you're bound to very rarely hook up on boxes or rails. Feels to me a lot like a skateboard cruising around the mountain. A lot of fun, a lot of pop. Good all over the park.
This is JP Lagos with PortersTahoe.com. Demoed the Burton Custom Flying V today. It's a rocker between the binders, cambered underfoot with the frostbite edges for extra grip. The lightning bolt carbon rods that go out in the cambered sections to give you that real consistent hold on the edges that you apply to it. I stepped on this board after riding some of the softer park boards and was shocked by how snappy and fun this board was. Being a traditional cambered rider, this thing performed really well. I took this through the half pipe, off jumps, and rails, and it performed perfect on everything. It was very, very consistent. So Burton rates this board about a 5 in the flex rating, so it's going to be a little bit stiffer than your Hero, softer than your Custom X. So yeah, it's a really, really solid board, and it performs all the way around.
Andy Spots here with PortersTahoe.com. This is the Burton joystick. It's V-rocker shape here, and then they added some carbon like rods up in the nose and tail to give it a little more stiffness and more pop off the nose and tail for this year. Yeah, it's a good board for cruising around like all mountain kinda, and then really good for jumps and park riding. Yeah, I'd say real easy buttery feel to it because of the V-rocker. You can kind of just butter around and press about whatever you want to, and I'd say any kind of rider from a little bit more than a beginner, like in between beginner and intermediate to an advanced rider, could have a real good time on this board, just cruising around the park doing some laps.
This is JP Lagos with PortersTahoe.com, reviewing the Easy Living 158. This is Danny Davis snowboard. It's very similar to the Custom Flying V. You have rocker between the binders, cambered underneath underfoot, and you have the frostbite edges and the same lightning rods to the cambered portions. So the carbon stiffens up those edges, so it gives you that good hold. This board is also available in a cambered version as well as the V-rocker. This board is rated a 4 in the flex meter. I took this thing in the half pipe, quarter pipe, rails and jumps, performed very well. Obviously Danny charges, so this board can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. The graphic is done by Ralph Steadman from the Fear and Loathing fame, and most of the Burton guys, you know, you see them popping around on an Easy Living board, and there's a reason why. It's a really, really solid ride, so highly recommended.
Andy Spots here with PortersTahoe.com. Yeah, so what I got here is the Custom X, Burton 2011 Custom X. And this board's pretty good for just about anything you want to do, you know. It like really grips like on hard pack like it is right now. And you can really carve, set an edge in good. Good for half pipe kind of riding, and I'd say you could even do pretty much rails or anything, you know. It's a pretty versatile snowboard. It's soft enough like up in the nose that you can butter around a little bit, but torsionally it's really stiff, so it really carves and holds an edge. And it's still really snappy and poppy like off of jumps and kickers and stuff.
Alright, so thanks for checking everything out. Once again, my name is Dan Hamilton with Burton Snowboards. Definitely if you want some more information on like the 2011 stuff, check out burton.com or PortersTahoe.com. We got some really fun features coming out this year, so definitely check us out.
Hey, thanks for checking out PortersTahoe.com video reviews. If you have any more questions, please check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Hit us up at porterstahoe.com, live chat, or leave a comment on our YouTube.